This is Diesel for We the People News. The Brady Law. Everybody should know about this. But here's some interesting deal, and this is all through all states. And this is the reason why cops get to keep doing other jobs in different areas when they get fired and rehired. And so we always need to when you get injured by a cop, always pull up the record and see if it's ever been filed. Especially if you happen to track him down where he was last at or last known where he moved to or whatever, like Leon Valley or I can't remember the name of it, but Lawport, I think is what I was thinking of at the time. The cop that came from California. Need to go do a FOIA request on the California and see if there's actually a Brady Law filed again with it. Anyway, this is what's supposed to be going on and keep them from getting other jobs, or at least minimum on record. So, for a change, a news station actually did something they're supposed to do. Investigate. Let's proceed forward, y'all.
Investigation. Dishonest cops are supposed to be tracked on Brady lists, so attorneys, defendants, and juries know if they can trust an officer's word. But the Brady system relies almost entirely on voluntary reporting by police departments. ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskuping found there is no oversight, so if police don't investigate their own officers or cover things up, officers will never end up on the list.
For years, it was an abuse of force kept quiet. Until we got the video and broke the story.
Get your hands up right now. Get your hands up right now.
A 2017 traffic stop. Glendale officers tasered a man nearly a dozen times in front of his children.
Get in front of the car right now. Get in front of the car. Come on.
And according to a lawsuit, Officer Matthew Schneider delivered the final tase to his testicles as he was handcuffed, laying face down on the blacktop on a 108-degree day. In the accident, well, here's another tase threatened with the stun gun placed on his groin. It's one of the most sadistic cases outside experts told us they'd ever seen.
With you.
But this story isn't about the abuse of force. It's about what happened behind the scenes. What happened when a fellow officer raised concerns about Officer Schneider's truthfulness and the fact Schneider pulled over the car for an alleged blinker violation he could not have seen? For more than a year, sources say the department slow-walked an internal investigation. We obtained the case and audio of Schneider's interview.
Just looking at the video, all right, I mean, you can't see through that bottom level, all right? Explain to me how you could have seen the signal from where you're at.
The angle looks horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Now, obviously, watching this, it's not possible that I saw the violation.
In fact, his own body camera footage shows he's in the back alley at least 16 seconds before turning the corner.
Honest to God, I really believed the day that it happened that I saw the no signal. I don't have any explanation for this camera angle. I really don't.
In the end, Schneider was disciplined, but just for his use of force. In the final suspension paperwork in his personnel file, there is nothing about the unseen turn signal violation.
Right, with no sort of standard.
It's exactly the type of thing defense attorneys fear.
So we have 1,400 names of officers who have got serious credibility issues, but we have no way to know how many more should be on this list. And we probably will never know based on the way the system's set up now.
Right, I mean, that's the problem with the system, right? The gatekeepers to these lists are the very people who have incentive to keep names off the list.
Schneider was Glendale's leader in arrests. The department loved him for it, literally. In his 2017 review, his supervisor wrote, "He has it. He is a bloodhound against criminals and can dig up crime anywhere you put him."
If you don't have a robust internal affairs investigation happening, or you have one that sort of doesn't sustain the allegations or figures out a way to sort of sweep them under the rug, right? That information may never even get to the county attorney's office, which means that officer will never be placed on a Brady list.
Here's something else about the Glendale case. The internal affairs investigator actually concluded it was clear that Schneider could not see through the building to observe the traffic violation. Schneider did not have probable cause, but those findings were overturned by 4 supervisors. Here's what they wrote. I believe that Schneider did observe a legal traffic stop. The one surveillance video obtained does not have the exact view that Schneider had when the violation occurred. Additionally, Officer Pittman advised in his statement that he observed the turn signal violation from a different camera perspective while reviewing the Motel 6 surveillance footage. Catch that? The day after the incident, records show Schneider and another officer, Jeff Pittman, claim they went back to the Motel 6 and saw another camera angle, proving Wheatcroft didn't use his blinker.
Tried to get that burned. She said she didn't know how. We asked her if she can get the manager to burn it when he got in the next day, but I don't know if that ever happened.
Can you stand by with Mark?
Pittman is a close colleague of Schneider. They worked together for years, starred in Cops TV together. In this scene, they kicked down a door without a warrant.
Did he lock it? Yep. All right.
Using a baby stroller for leverage, with that baby still in it.
Just when you're walking, you need to be on the sidewalk, just not in the street.
In another scene, the pair stop a black man for not walking on a sidewalk, on a road that doesn't have a sidewalk. But back to the other Motel 6 camera, allegedly showing the blinker violation. Apparently, the officers never went back or used their body camera to record the screen at that time.
And you guys weren't able to get that video at all?
No, we asked her, and she says she told us she didn't know how.
Finally, in the highest ranking opinions, a commander and assistant chief ensure findings against Schneider won't be sustained. The video obtained does not prove or disprove what Schneider observed while the vehicle turned into the parking lot. Schneider has been adamant during the entire investigation that he observed the driver failed to signal. In other words, taking an officer's word over video evidence.
A lying cop is extremely dangerous because that officer will routinely come into court, look the judge in the eye, look the jurors in the eye, right, and lie.
You'll have your day in court, buddy.
And the problem is that the public, who make up the jury, and even judges, right, they want to believe the officers, okay? They want to.
Now, there's no way to put a number on this problem. No way to know how many cases were never opened, swept aside, minimized. Plus, after a couple of years, usually 5, officers can purge misconduct from their personnel files. That's why solving this problem may be the most difficult of all. I'm Investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Well, after our investigation exposed what happened in this case, the FBI opened a criminal investigation. Federal prosecutors are still considering charges, and the State Police Board opened a case leading Schneider to voluntarily forfeit his license to be an officer. Our full disclosure investigation continues tomorrow at 6:30. It's a story showing how this broken system can break both ways. You'll meet a Phoenix officer put on the Brady list for blowing the whistle on his own department's massive lie.
Then think about that. A good cop, again, got punished.
It was an arrest that went so wrong that 2 local police officers were out of a job. In fact, they've been locked up, convicted of felonies.
All of it was caught on the officer's body cameras, and you're going to see it.
Sorry about that, y'all. I don't got the fancy stuff. So, this is 1 out of 3. And this is the reason why bad cops get rehired somewhere else. It's because Brady has not been easy way of saying it, responsible. All right. This is Diesel for We the People News. Bye, y'all.